6, and playing in right field, number 20, Tyler Boucher. Hitting 7th and playing in left field, number 16, Owen Russell. Batting 8th as the designated hitter, number 5, Jonah Will. Batting 9th and catching, number 3, Griffin Byer. And on the mound for the Eagles, number 2, Matt Malinowski. And now, for those who support your freedom and home and abroad, please rise for the singing of our national anthem, performed by Northland Pines. The first pitch is Coach Rob Kovic. Coach Kovic has spent over 20 years coaching varsity and JV baseball and teaching tech ed at Northland Pines. Coach Kovic had to take a step away this season after he was diagnosed with cancer in May of 2024. Rob, through the support of his brother Ryan, who is catching today's first pitch, has continued his courageous battle in defeating cancer while still maintaining his love and support for Northland Pines and its baseball program. Thank you, Coach Kovic, for all you have done for Northland Pines.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mosinee High School for Mosinee versus Northland Pines Eagles here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vanxalata alongside Matt Peck producing today. From American Family Field, we welcome you here for this special WIAA baseball coverage here as Mosinee comes in as the acting visiting team, head coached by Ty Cook. Their starting lineups is leading off for Mosinee, number 24, playing center field, Elliot Yurkovsky. Batting second, playing first base, number 5, Brady Locken. Batting third, playing left field, number 6, Carter Fondre. Batting fourth, batting cleanup, playing shortstop, number 26, Trey Stoffel. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 47, Sebastian Anderson. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 0, Parker Filipiak. Batting eighth and catching, number 3, Noah Zebro. And batting ninth and pitching is number 8, Zach Nakuda. The home team, acting home team, is the Northland Pines, head coached by Peter Arts. Leading off and playing center field, number 4, Jason Lynn. Number 7, Alex Wethington. Batting, or number 10, we'll get into the starting lineups even more for Northland Pines after this, but the first pitch is in there for a strike to Elliot Yurkovsky, and we are underway here from American Family Field. Matt Peck, talk about how it is to be here for this event.
Yeah, it's amazing venue, and both these teams, they're both kind of, I'm not saying this game doesn't matter, but both teams already have their playoff seeding, so it's kind of one of those last games of the season. It's conference-wise it can matter, but Mosinee, a 3 seed this year. This is their final game before they'll play round 1 of the playoffs against Abbotsford Colby on, looks to me, Thursday night at 5 p.m. They're the 3 seed, so.
On the mound for Northland Pines is number 2, Matt Malinowski. Number 2, he's a senior. The count is at 1-2. You could probably even, we're panned down a little bit, but the scoreboard is right above us. The count goes to 2-2. Now that's going to help a lot today for me.
Yeah.
Mosinee coming in to this game today at 11-6. Northland Pines 11-10. The 2-2 pitch is just high and upstairs, and we had the full count on the first batter of the game with Elliot Yurkovsky.
Yeah, he just missed on that pitch. Now he's got to attack here.
The full count is high and upstairs, and Yurkovsky, was this strikeout? Oh, no, he walked. He's just handing the bat over to the bat boy. I was like, usually he just leaves the ball there, but Yurkovsky gets on first, and now batting second is Brady Locken, who's playing first base today, the righty. In the field for Northland Pines, Grosso in left field, and center field Lynn. Boucher in right field, Kruplin at third base, Miller at shortstop as the runner goes to second base for ball 1.
Pass ball there.
Wethington at second base, Byer at first, and and then Byer catching as well.
Yeah, pass balls are going to be a killer here. You could probably take 2 bases on someone. The backstop is pretty far back here. I mean, especially the other team's not paying attention. You could definitely take 2 bases.
That ball's taken upstairs for 2 balls and 1. No strikes. Matt Peck. I forgot what I was going to say.
The roof's open today, by the way, as you probably can tell.
60 degrees. This one's popped up in the air, playable to the first base side, and it's going to be caught on the first base side by Davis Byer for out number 1. So Locken pops out for the first out of the inning. Now coming up to bat, number 6, Carter Fondre, who's batting third. So runner in scoring position, Mosinee with a chance to do some damage here early from American Family Field. That one's taken inside for strike 1. Beautiful day here early on in the American Family Field. We had Oregon against Mount Horeb in a 2-1 victory that Oregon saw. The 1 pitch is taken down low for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Fondre. Fondre playing in left today. He's going to hit that one to the back screen, high back screen here at American Family Field. Maybe in between innings, Matt Peck, as he's producing today, might show us some of the foul balls from the players that were hit back here.
Yeah.
Some of the
We might get one back here. You never know. I mean, Brewer games, you get one plenty back here. This is the number 1 hot territory.
That one is taken outside for ball 2 on that right corner. 2-2 the count now on Fondre.
And we're going to show you one actually coming back from the bottom of the first inning. There's one here that you were probably vibing when the foul ball happened. But then 20 minutes later, you were just gone in the wind.
That one's going to be grounded over to the third base side. Kreplin going to field it over to first. Only has a play there. The runner goes to third. It's almost a win-win scenario for both teams as Yurkovsky advances to the third on the 5-3 put a ground out that time. So 2 outs gone by and Yurkovsky at third. And now coming up, batting fourth, Traves Stoffel coming up to the plate for Mosinee. With 2 outs gone by. And first pitch taken outside for ball 1. Malinowski, 15 pitches so far in this first inning. The 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss from Stoffel.
Yeah, Northland Pines doing a pretty good job in the field early on. Sometimes when you go on a bigger field than what you're used to, sometimes there's some mistakes bound to happen, like happens on the basketball court too. But
that one's taken high and upstairs for ball 2.
It's still the same distance of bases. I'm not saying that because it's still 90 feet and then 60 feet, 6 inches for the mound. But, just bigger setting. You're not used to it. Bigger foul ball territory.
And the 2-0-1 pitch is taken high and upstairs for ball 3. Yurkovsky to start off the game. The 3-1 pitch behind, and he goes upstairs to walk him. So runners on the corners with 2 outs, and we want to remind you of a sponsor tonight, Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. So first and third here in the top of the first. Mosinee doing a little bit of damage here, being disciplined at the plate. Malinowski falling behind in a couple batters. But 2 outs gone by so far, so that's some pretty good news for Northland Pines. The runner goes to second base. The throw is not in time. Griffin Byer didn't have enough time to get over to second base.
That's a smart thing right there. Like, if you're going to throw on the second, you got to bring the second baseman in, which is what Northland Pines did, which is a really good idea, because obviously you're not going to throw on a second when the guy in third had the run score. So always bring the second baseman in. Good job that time for the defense.
This one's going to be popped up in the air to first base, and it will be caught, signaling it is Davis Byer. And the Eagles escape the jam as we head to the bottom of the first inning. No score here on Zaleski Sports.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, we're going to quickly show the foul ball that was hit and the NL wild card as Joey Ortiz, 2 Brewers, now Jose Quintana and Joey Ortiz in that Game 3 wild card with the Brewers and the Mets. Unfortunately for us Brewers fans, that didn't end in the right way, but pretty notable incident here. We want to give you the starting lineups here for the batting for Northland Pines. It'll be leading off first, number 4, Jason Lynn. Batting second, number 7, Alex Wethington. Batting third, number 10, Jonathan Miller. Batting fourth, number 13, Davis Byer. Batting fifth, number 24, Isaiah Kreplin. Batting sixth, number 20, Tyler Boucher. Batting seventh, number 16, Owen Grossel. Batting eighth, number 5, Jonah Will. And batting ninth, number 3, the catcher, Griffin Byer, to round it out the lineup for head coach Peter Arts. On the mound for Mosinee is number 8, Zach Nahuda. So not a lot of scoring going by here, and we want to remind you of a sponsor before we head to the bottom of the first inning. Four Seasons Heating and Cooling. Not too hot and not too cold. Turn to Four Seasons Heating and Cooling in. Bear with me with this Cronin wetter for all of your AC and heating needs. Commercial and residential for new units or repair. Call Four Seasons Heating and Cooling in Croton Wetter. Not familiar with too many teams from the up north area, but this is definitely a great opportunity for us to get more exposed to that, as we got two very great teams here from Mosinee and Eagle River, right?
Yeah.
Northland Pines. First pitch taken into strike for Jason Lynn.
Northland Pines, the 8th seed, they will play their first playoff game Thursday night. They'll host the number 9 seed Osceola. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. That's one city I'm not familiar with.
I haven't heard it either.
Yeah, like no. Anago, those kind of cities I'm kind of more familiar with. So 9-8 matchup for Northland Pines starting Thursday night in the WIAA playoff regional round. They're both in Division 2, by the way.
0-2 pitch is taken inside. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night for Jason Lynn, and 3-pitch strikeout. Good start for the pitcher, Zach Nahuda. As coming up batting second now is number 7, Alex Wethington. So 3-pitch strikeout to start the game. Immaculate inning coming, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, there's a former Brewer that did it here a couple of years ago when he was still on the team, Josh Hader, back in the day. Had a couple of those. A big swing and a miss to start the at-bat for Wethington. No hits yet in this game. We haven't seen too much contact so far. This one is going to be hit and fouled right up to section 230.
So Zach Nahuda is the pitcher for Mosinee. His fastball max is about 81 miles per hour. 68-70 hits about with the curveball. That's kind of what I got from the Prep Baseball Wisconsin website. And he's a senior, so he's playing his final regular season game here.
And that one's inside. Good afternoon, good evening, good night once again.
So Nahuda.
Zach Nahuda with 2. Yeah, I had that right away. Did my research for the game as Zach Nahuda. He's on pace to get that immaculate inning so far, and let's see how Jonathan Miller approaches this at bat. So 2 strikeouts and on 6 strikes so far for Nahuda. He's got everything working as a swing and a miss for Jonathan Miller.
And you know, he plays for the travel team JBA Clutch 17U. That's where he plays his travel ball in the summertime.
So 0-1 pitch on Jonathan Miller. He grounds that one foul, and I mean, if he strikes him out right here, this is an immaculate inning for Zach Nahuda.
Yeah, we don't have the ball boys here today, so the first base coach has to run all the way down the right field line to grab the ball.
You should tell him about the story when I'll come back to that when you try it out.
Yeah, well, we didn't get to try.
And he strikes him out. The immaculate inning for Zach Nahuda. He's got all his gems working here in the first inning. A picture-perfect first inning for Mosinee pitching-wise, as we are staying 0-0, no hits for both teams as we head to the second inning from American Family Field on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, no score between Mosinee and Northland Pines as we head to the second inning on no hits. Elijah Minks alongside Matt Peck with you here. I want to remind you of our game day sponsors. Bacchus Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personal chiropractic care no matter what issue your body is battling, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues. Let Backus Family Chiropractic give you back to life you deserve. So we come back here to start the top of the second inning. Mosinee back up to bat after that immaculate inning, 9 strikes on 3 strikeouts for Zach Nahuda. It's been a very big pitching gem here as the first pitch popped up in the air. Who's going to call for it? It's going to be the I think the center fielder ended up with that, but Matthew Peck, you really
call me the right name.
Had 3 guys up there, right? That that were really trying to call for the ball, and it ultimately ended up in the right hands of the center fielder that time.
Let the guy that's behind get the ball first. Do not try to reach over your head, backpedal, because you're just going to fall down. He did a smart thing there. Let the center fielder call you off. If the guy calls you off, get out of the way. Get out of the way so you avoid like some of those things, those collisions, because then you got players that are hurt and you got an error. So he did the right thing there.
Mm-hmm. So Filipiak started off with the pop out to center field. That was Miller, Lynn, and Wethington all colliding around the area, and it looked like that could have been a start of a disaster here as Zebro comes up to the plate to bat 7th. Noah Zebro, the sophomore. One pitch to Zebro is taken right on the top inside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count on him. Malinowski up to 25 pitches on the night so far. The 2-0 pitch is fouled up in the air, just hits the glass on the right below us here. I wouldn't be surprised here. I mean, this is a place where you could use metal bats, unlike the MLB, where you could really put a charge in the ball here. We saw that as we were arriving before in that Oregon Mount Horeb game. So the count at 2-2 now on Zebro. Zebro grounds this one up the middle for a base hit. It looked like it just avoided the pitcher. And there's the first hit of the day here from American Family Field. Noah Zebro gets Mosinee in the hit column. Just a short approach that time, right?
Yeah, he just went shorter that time, because, he kind of took that smaller swing. That's what you want to do. Like when you're higher up in the counts, you want to go 2 strikes. You don't want to hit that home run. You just want to focus on trying to put the ball in play. He did a good job there that time.
Zach Nahuda, who had the immaculate inning, is batting 8th tonight for number 8. He's got pinch runner Chimmel on base. Schimmel. Could do that for the catcher. That's what Zebro's playing tonight. Schimmel with the big lead at first. He's going to have a big swing and a miss at the first pitch. Zach Nahuda was the big hero in the bottom of that first inning to set the tone for Mosinee in the field. Striking out the side on 9 pitches. 0-1 on Nahuda. He's going to throw back to first. Malinowski try to pick off Schimmel. Yeah, when we got here, Matt Peck, I was surprised that the roof was open. It's around like 50 degrees today, maybe touching the 60s later on today.
Yeah, they probably figure it's not the Brewers.
Yep.
So they often have the roof open if it's not raining when the Brewers aren't playing. Even if it's 30 degrees, they've done that before.
We were at the one game where the Brewers had the roof open so far this year, right?
Yeah, we were there.
Astros-Brewers game back, was it a week and a half, 2 weeks ago on a Monday night? 60, 70 degrees outside. He's going to try to pick him off again at first base.
Yeah, it's 2 beautiful games this week. Me and you were here on Monday, and then Wednesday I came with my aunt. Wednesday obviously didn't go well for the Brewers, but Monday was a great game.
0-2 pitch, hit and run here. They're going to only have a play at first base. Miller fielding over, and it goes right off the glove. It was a tough pick for Davis Byer, and both runners are going to be safe. Are they going to call that? What are they going to call that?
I mean, it's tough because high school it's really tough to pick. I know it's a lot of I know it's a lot of kids in high school. They struggle to pick the ball at first base. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a tough thing to do. Even look at some of the Brewers; they struggle with it too. So I mean,
I think every team has at least one problem with that, no matter what league you're playing in, at least once. So Schimmel on second base and Nahuda at first. Now coming up to the plate and line to right field. It's going to be caught by Boucher as Bars wasted no time in the bottom of the order, chasing after that first pitch line to right field for out number 2. So we got runners on first and second, a couple walks, a base hit and a error from Miller. And now we are first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Back to the top of the order now for Elliot Yurkovsky.
That'd be something if Northland Pines could get out of this twice with 2 guys on.
Malinowski delivers one, first pitch inside for strike 1.
Perfect weekend to play this game. It's Memorial Day weekend. There's some games on Monday here, I think, as well.
This one's going to be grounded over, foul to the first base dugout side. Northland Pines on the first base side acting as the home team, so they get the privilege of being in the Brewers dugout. And Mosinee on the visitors dugout. 0-2 pitch on Yurkovsky, looking to get out of a base hit and error jam here. That's going to be a wild pitch behind Byer, and both runners advanced to second and third base. Schimmel to third and Nahuda to second base. He got right past the catcher, Griffin Byer, that time on a wild pitch. So the count goes to 1-2, and a base hit through the gap here can essentially make this one a 2-0 game.
That's what he's looking for, and there's 2 strikes, so shorten up your swing. Just focus on making contact.
1-2 pitch is high and upstairs. Good way to protect it that time from Griffin Byer behind the plate.
By the way, the last pitch that got past the catcher was ruled a pass ball.
Yep. 2-2 pitch is just high and upstairs for ball 3. So now Matt Malinowski has to really put this one in the zone here. I mean, he has a pitch to use if he really needs it to put him on base, but that's going to send up lock-in after this. 3-2 pitch is inside, right pitch that time. Caught him looking, and Northland Pines gets out the jam again. We stay scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
In every department at Dalton.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vinkslata over there. Today's game is sponsored by Varney Brothers Kitchen and Bath. From full bathrooms to kitchen remodels and new construction, Varney Brothers Kitchen and Bath is your local builder specializing in the 2 most important rooms in your home. Start your path to a beautiful new bathroom or kitchen with Varney Brothers Kitchen and Bath. Yeah, beautiful afternoon here, like I mentioned earlier. Great game already. Defensive game, both teams doing the right things on defense, I've noticed. Making plays, Northland Pines twice. I think Mosinee, especially in the second inning, they had 2 runners on. First inning, I think they might have 2, and they got out of it without giving up any runs. So, making some good plays in the field. Like I said, sometimes when you play in a slightly bigger field, you're not used to it. And, you could, the more foul grounds, the less foul grounds in the outfield. So you can kind of trick you up a little bit, but both teams doing a pretty good job so far here on this beautiful afternoon here. And probably the best baseball weather we could ask for. And in the NL Central's best stadium. Right down there at you folks.
So coming back here in the bottom of the second inning, Northland Pines getting to bat here. They got out of a couple of jams the first 2 innings. Back on the mound here is Zach Nahuda for Mosinee. Signaling bunt, and it's going to pull it back, but call a strike to start it off. Davis Byer coming up to the plate here. So Nahuda still hasn't thrown a ball yet. So he's perfect so far. Up to No, he's still another strike in there. So 0-2 quickly on Davis Byer. And quickly here we are 0-2. Nahuda, 11 pitches, all strikes, 0-2 pitch. Foul to the back screen, and the Northland Pines fans kind of celebrating that one that time, as the first time Nahuda doesn't strike someone out on 3 pitches.
One thing to note about Nahuda, his velo range about 79 to 81. So that's what you got to look for in his fastball.
And that's going to hit him, yep. So right after he stayed pretty perfect on 12 strikes to start the game, he hits Davis Byer. And leadoff man, that's going to sting a little bit tomorrow. It hit his hand, left hand that time, and he gets a free pass to first base. So now number 24, Isaiah Kruplin, coming up to the plate.
You know, the coaches probably tell him, hey, lean in, we got ice. That's what I always yell to my kids. You know, I say, you're not going to, life's not over, you get hit by a ball. You got to take one for the team sometimes, you know. And he really couldn't get out of the way of that one, so.
Kruplin with a huge swing that time and a miss. 0-1 the count on Kreplin. Another big swing and a miss from Kreplin again, and he's fallen behind 0-2 right away.
Yeah, this is not the first time Nahuda's been down here playing baseball. He's scouted last year at the Rock Summer Championship 17U. That's where one of his, his velo rates came from. And then the PBT Wisconsin Open Tube all through Prep Baseball Wisconsin report.
And it's taken inside all 3 swing and a misses. I think the approach here, as that's the 4th strikeout of the day for Nahuda. You said his fastball range is between 79 and 81. I think they really want to get aggressive with that pitch today.
Yeah, his max is 81. So PBR doesn't have him on record throwing any faster than 81, but those are just those 2 days they got scouting from him. And those were last July. So you work over the offseason, you could be faster.
And taking high and upstairs for ball 1. I think that's the first ball other than the hit by pitch he's thrown so far, as Tyler Boucher coming up to the plate right now for Northland Pines. 1 out gone by here, and Byer at first. Big swing and a miss again. I think that breaking ball has really been working well so far for Nahuda as well. So 1-1 the count on Tyler Boucher. And taken just outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Boucher.
See, both teams have been playing some pretty good defense right now. Let's see one to add on to the thing. Turn 2 on a Major League field.
That one's inside the corner for strike 2. 2-2 the count on Boucher. With these 2 teams, same conference, right?
Yep.
Played each other twice already this year. Both times victorious for Mosinee. And what a better way to finish off their season series right here than American Family Field. As Matt Peck says, the best stadium in the NL Central, as there's a ball taken outside the count, goes full on Boucher.
There's a stadium in Chicago, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with it. And there's a stadium in Cincinnati, but
guaranteed rate field, right?
Yeah, we got the roof here. So if it was raining, we'd still be playing today.
Full count to Boucher, and he loses him down low. And after a pretty perfect first inning with 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches, hit by pitch and a walk here. So a little bit of discipline here in the second inning for Northland Pines, and Boucher at first and Byer at second base. A little bit of a threat going here for Mosinee.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where Northland Pines, they'd like to be able to get that key hit and maybe score a couple runs here, or at least get a run home and get that feeling in you. And Mosinee, notice the first base corner is going to play in a little bit over there on top of the little tarp that they have out there, actually in front of it.
Stepping in the box right now is Owen Grossel for Northland Pines, the 7th hitter.
The first base side is preparing to take the bunt because they think that he might be signaling the bunt here. That's why he's brought him in.
Locken playing up as a big swing and a miss that time. Grosso falling a little bit behind on 0-2. No, I mean, everyone in the infield for Mosinee playing kind of in, now kind of backing out a little bit. So 0-2 pitch goes outside. 1-2 the count on Owen Grosso. Let's see where he puts him here on a 1-2 pitch. just down low for ball 2. Command starting to fall a little bit behind for Nahuda a little bit in this second inning.
Almost got him to chase there. He moved the bat a little bit, but just not enough.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut at that 79 to 81 mile per hour fastball from Nahuda. And that's the 6th strikeout of the day for Nahuda, as now that will send up number 5, Jonah Will, the junior, up to the plate here for Northland Pines. Just really haven't been able to make hard contact today against Nahuda, Matt Peck.
Yeah, I know. They're struggling. The second time around is usually when you start seeing contact. So you got these guys come up a second time, that's when you'll start seeing more and more contact.
Speaking of contact, first pitch foul ball from Jonah Will to the back screen, 0-1 on him. Byer at second base, Boucher at first. Nahuda's pitch count up to 28 right now. That one is taken down for a low strike, 0-2 now. And Will's going to have to find the right pitch to hit here because he fell behind 0-2 early on. That's been the very common pattern today with Nahuda on the mound. 0-2 pitch. This one's lined to deep left field, and it's going to be playable for Fondre for out number three, as that will take us to the third inning. Matt Peck, we got zeros here as we head to the third inning. From American Family Field, we will have the third inning coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports as we begin the top of the third inning here. No score between Mosinee and Northland Pines. It's a pitching duel here from American Family Field. Elijah Vincelot alongside Matt Peck producing here today. We got a really good pitchers duel here today, going by really fast here, heading into the third inning. Only 35 minutes into this one here. I want to remind you of another one of our game day sponsors. Visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Next Friday and Saturday. Check out visitmarshfield.com for all the details. See you all in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. You going?
Yes, I'm actually heading up tomorrow. I'm going to be up there all week. Yeah.
Very good shove day here so far for Matt Malinowski, who's had a couple of jams here with a walk, a couple walks, and a couple base hits to start off. Only one hit between both teams combined here as we head to the top of the third inning. Malinowski here. I feel like you said, Matt Peck, as we're going to head to the top of the order soon here. We're still in the top of the order. Brady Locken leading off from Mosinee. You said once they start the second run of orders here in the batting order, things really start to get more tense.
I'll give you a perfect example.
That. Line drive base hit to left field to start it off on the first pitch, and Brady Locken wasting no time for the second hit for Mosinee in this game.
The first time you see the guy, you're not sure what he has. The second time, you're like, okay, I've seen him already. I'll give a perfect example. We move over to Wilson Park. One of the players, Miguel Vallejo, our best pitcher.
They're not going to know who that is.
Second time through. The other team sees him a little bit better. He blows the pitches right by him the first time. The second time, it's like, oh, they're starting to get little hits. And we obviously, I haven't seen a lot of high school kids yet, but, it's one of those things where you see the better the chance the second time. So had to bring up Mr. Miguel from the Pony League Rockies.
Big swing fouled. Bryson Savakis up to the plate right now for Mosinee. Runner goes to second base. The throw is not going to be in time to second base. It's a stolen base from the leadoff man, Brady Locken, on the wild pitch that time. 1-1 the count on Savakis.
So let's play a real quick game. How far did everyone travel today? Mosinee High School comes from 2 hours and 31 minutes today.
I would imagine Eagle River is at least 3.5 hours, maybe.
We'll get to them when they're batting. They're 172 miles Mosinee traveled today.
We'll try to get a pickoff here to first base. Let's see.
We'll do Northland when they bat.
Northland Pines. 211 miles away, and how about it? I'll just say it now since I had it up. 4 hours on the dot.
Wow.
It's big swing and a miss for strike 2 on Bryson Savakis.
Can't imagine it's real warm up there right now if it's cold down here. This is supposed to be, Noah's Ark opened today in the Dells.
Yeah.
It was only 55 degrees, but there were still people there.
60 degrees as we speak right now from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How long was our drive? Only about 25 minutes. We're the Milwaukee crew here. If people aren't familiar with us from Mosinee.
Don't want to live in Milwaukee. Too much construction. Everywhere you go.
We're in Milwaukee County. That one's taken down low. Full count now on Savakis. And Malinowski falling a little bit behind right now on Savakis. A couple of full counts already today. Base hit could get Mosinee on the board here. Full count to Savakis. This is one's grounded fair over to the first baseman, Davis Byer, for out number 1. That is a win-win scenario right there. 1 out for Northland Pines, and advancing to third base is Brady Locken. So now you hit this one fairly deep in the outfield here. I mean, this field is a lot bigger than most of the high school stadiums. Probably not by much, actually, but
depends.
A good amount.
400 feet center field. I mean, trying to figure out, Sussex Hamilton had a pretty good far fence when we were there a couple weeks ago.
Good block behind the plate for Griffin Byer. If that ball would have got past him, that could have been a wild pitch here as Trevi Stoffel comes up to the plate. Treve Stoffel. Stoffel, that one's going to get past on a wild pitch. The runner's going to score, and it's 1-0 Mosinee on a pass ball from the pitcher that time. And the Indians are the first to strike here from American Family Field in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I told you, that's a dangerous one, because I'm telling you, here you got to be able to contain the pass balls, because that ball rolls back there. You could possibly take 2 bases here. It's further than any high school field, so just got to be ready for that. And, one thing you can look at now.
So falling behind 3-0 on Treve Stoffel as he finally delivers a strike in there. Malinowski up to 48 pitches on the day. That one's taken right on the inside corner for strike 2. Full count now on Treve Stoffel. Full count, and he got him to miss on the breaking pitch that time. Had him right in front of it early and really made him pay that time. So 2 outs gone by in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it's
set up Sebastian Anderson.
It's a perfect pitch. It's one of those pitches where it's coming in, you're like, oh, I'm going to hit it top, and it just dives right down. You could throw those kind of pitches, you're going to be in a good spot, because especially if you can throw them correctly. Like going back to my own situation, I have one player that just every time he throws, he hits a batter on 2 strikes. Just got to figure that out.
This one's popped up in the air to center field. This was lined pretty deep, but playable for Lynn in center field. Northland Pines only gets Mosinee out of 1 run that time via a wild pitch, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. More baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
For more than 30 years, Seifert Electric has been providing electrical and thermal imaging for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. This family-owned and operated company knows the importance of communication between the electrician and their customers, with a focus towards efficient and quality service. From simple electrical needs, like light fixtures and circuit adjustments, to wiring new construction building sites, you can put your trust in Seifert Electric. Serving all of central and northern Wisconsin, look to Seifert Electric for all your electrical and thermal imaging needs.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vansalata. We had to pay tribute here. This offseason, Milwaukee lost a legend. Bob Euchre, radio broadcaster for the Brewers for so many years. They roped off parts of the 400 section. I believe that is 401, 402 down there that they roped off. They actually got rid of it just to make a row for Bob Euchre. So that's, I must be in the front row, Bob Euchre quote up there. You know, it's just sad to see him go, and we're sitting right down from where he used to be. You know, we're not obviously in his box. We're right where the MLB media sits, but
it's pretty surreal to be in this area too, like the area where like the legends broadcasters come in here. Brian Anderson, always an iconic voice as well. Bob Euchre, how could we forget about him? How about in a couple innings we'll show his 50 years thing too up top. We'll do that after this, but still on the mound here for Mosinee as we come back into this game is still Zach Nahuda still on the mound here. Been dealing here. No hits given up so far here. Only hit by pitch and walk so far today for Nahuda issued. But leading off here is the catcher in the bottom of the order, Griffin Byer. Griffin Byer, a sophomore, batting ninth here. Northland Pines playing this game really close compared to the last few times these two teams faced off. The first matchup, as the first pitch is taken down, spiked down. First matchup, Mosinee won by a score of 13-3. The second time, Mosinee won 5-2 at Northland Pines. First time was at Mosinee. Both teams got their home games, and Mosinee here as this one's fly to center field. It will be caught by Yurkovsky for out number one.
It's another thing that I've actually been surprised about too. When the ball comes off the bat here, like in a major league stadium, it just looks a little bit different in the outfield. Every player has got under the ball correctly, you know, just made the play. I mean, sometimes it looks a little bit different, like when the ball comes up, because you see all these like landscapes upstairs. You're not used to seeing that in a normal field, and like these shadows, like in the ballpark. So yeah, both teams like still playing a good job on defense. Ooh,
this one's popped up in the air to the seats. Oh, and playable actually, not to the seats, to the catcher. Zebro that time for out number two. So two quick outs for Mosinee. As actually we have a different pitcher in the game. Number 13, Isaac Sherrick on the mound for Mosinee now. So only 2 innings pitched for Zach Nahuda, and now wonder what's up with that.
You know, it's probably one of those things where it's the last game of the season and they got a playoff game on Friday. You don't want to burn your pitchers out too much. I mean, Thursday got a playoff game, but, you know, you just don't want to take it too far. So I kind of get where they're coming from on it because, you know, this is kind of a game. It's just for more of like the experience because your playoff seeding is set.
1-0 pitch, 1-1 pitch is taken outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on number 7, Alex Wethington. Two-one pitch is taken down low just for ball 3.
Unfortunately, I don't have any statistics or velos on Sherrick, the new pitcher for Mosinee. So these guys got to be registered through PBR and gone to a showcase in order to get that kind of information.
3-1 pitch taken just inside. Wethington didn't think so at first. We had a full count with 2 outs gone by in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No hits given up so far for Mosinee. Full count is taken outside for ball 4.
Oh, they called strike 3.
Called it a strike 3 on the corner. Just hit the inside corner, maybe just a little bit outside. As no hit through 3 innings for Mosinee as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 Mosinee leading on Northland Pines on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Selling your car.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, we head to the top of the 4th inning on a 1-0 lead via a wild pitch from Northland Pines to score in Brady Locken in the first inning, or the 3rd inning, I should say. Tonight's game is sponsored by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Today's game is brought to you by Lee's Piggly Wiggly and Mosinee's Family Chiropractic. Thank you to these wonderful local Mosinee favorites for bringing us today's game.
Piggly Wiggly, I miss those places. You know,
Yeah?
we used to have one right by us in Oak Creek. You know, they went out of business, and we have one down in Muskego still.
Right on Rawson Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, so they have one in Muskego. They actually have one not far from here, I don't think, off of Holt down there as well. So, you know, Piggly Wiggly just seems like some of them are going out of business around here, but I know up north they're still pretty strong. So, kind of a sponsor that we can relate to. The nearest one to our house is, I think, would say probably Muskego now. So,
we got a new pitcher on the mound here for Northland Pines as well. Davis Byer on the mound now for the Eagles. Ethan Miller taking over at first base for Byer. As that one on the first pitch of it hits the 6th hitter, Parker Filipiak, and a leadoff hitter to start, a leadoff runner to start the first inning on the first pitch, thrown by Davis Byer. Maybe just a little bit of command issues to open it up as they'll send up Noah Zebro up to the plate now.
And in terms of statistics, Mosinee 2 hits, Northland Pines no hits yet.
So two pitching changes here for both Northland Pines and Mosinee to start it, as Byer's going to try to pick off at first base. Noah Zebro with one of the 2 base hits so far today for Mosinee. That one's taken outside for ball 1, 1-1 the count on him. Ready in the top of the 4th inning frame here at the 50-minute mark of the game.
50 minutes?
Yep. Taken high and upstairs for ball 2, 2-1 the count now on Zebro.
I wasn't briefed on this, but like when we did the Hellfair game, there was a time limit. I'm not sure if there is for this game.
That one's taken inside for strike 2, 2-2 the count. I don't think there's a game after as well. I mean, that Dominican game we did was pretty late at night.
Well, they also did that because they have a field rental time. They have to be on the field from such and such time to such and such time, so that depends.
2-2 pitch is spiked in the dirt. Count head's full now on Zebro. On deck is Isaac Sherrick. Full count delivery here is down low on a pass ball, and you could do that too, right? Or I mean, it automatically advances the runner to second base. So Filipiak on via hit pitch and Zebro on via a walk. Not the best start for Davis Byer to open up this one in the 4th inning for Northland Pines. And that'll send up Isaac Sherrick. Sherrick drew a walk his first time up.
One thing to keep in mind is, like, a lot of times I stress this a lot. When the ball gets past the catcher, and it's ball 4, you got to go get that ball right away because the guys can take off. You can go to second base on a walk. It can happen, so you got to get that ball right away. Which he did not a bad job, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, especially here with the backstop further.
First pitch taken for a ball. No outs gone by here in the top of the 4th inning. Mosinee has a chance to do some damage. That one's hitting the right corner for strike 1. Imagine they were able to use the official MLB pitch strike zone for us.
Yeah.
If we would have had a camera in the outfield, I would have definitely had a good vantage point of it. That one's going to be a pass ball, wild pitch outside. That's going to advance Filipiak and Schimmel to third and second base that time. So runners in scorers position, Matt Peck with no outs. And what's the approach right now for Sherrick?
I would just try to get in the air, sack fly. Because 1 run, it seems like a lot in this game right now, considering how both teams are offensively right now. Just 2 runs could be just like a lot this game. So, like, I would just try working on a sack fly right now or a grounder to get the guy home.
This one's going to be grounded over to the second baseman, Wethington. He's only got to play at first. A runner scores for out number 1. Filipiak scores. It's 2-0. Mosinee on the ground out from Sherrick.
Perfect. That was a perfect play right there. Just, get the guy home. That's exactly what Mosinee needed to do, and they did it. So
Tyler Barrs coming up to hit now, the 9-hole hitter, as Schimmel advances to third on that ground ball RBI. It's a big first out, though. You'll probably take that if you're a buyer.
Oh, yeah.
This one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop. He's got to play over to first, and it's going to be out of play. The runner will score Schimmel, and it's 3-0 Mosinee now. That was a pretty tough play for Jonah Will to make at short, as I think they're going to call that a base hit, as 3-0 on 3 hits from Mosinee and an error from Northland Pines. So a little bit of trouble on the mound so far early on from Davis Byer, only throwing about 12 pitches and giving up 2 runs so far.
That was a tougher play, yeah, because he was kind of sliding on his feet and he had to make the throw over to first.
That one's taken outside for ball 1. So Barrs reaches as we head back to the top of the order now. Elliot Yurkovsky was 0 for 1 and with a leadoff walk to start the game today. That one taken outside for ball 2. Out of the catcher's glove, Griffin Byer. Perfect day for baseball here at American Family Field.
Absolutely.
Where we just were a couple weeks ago, Helfer Field. There's also a couple of Little League games going on. Pickoff attempt to first.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at Health Fair today. One of those days where, it's Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people have tailgates. A lot of people have parties.
Ooh. This one's lined for a base hit to right field, and he bobbles it a little bit. The runner's going to hold at second base. So in all, Barrs at second base, and Yurkovsky with the line drive base hit to right field. The 4th hit of the day for Mosinee. And just like that, Mosinee starting to do some damage here to Northland Pines. Looking to go for the sweep heading into the WIAA baseball playoffs. State trip last year, I believe, for Mosinee, right?
Yeah, they were there with us last year because that was one of the other games on the network, along with our Oak Creek game. Mosinee was also the other game on the network.
So that sends up number 5, Brady Locken. Has a chance to really break this game open for Mosinee. That one's taken outside for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike on the count with Barrs at second, Yurkovsky at first.
Speaking of Oak Creek, let's give a shout out to Scott Holler. 500th career win last night against Kenosha Bradford on the Milwaukee broadcast.
Our former athletic director, as we are Oak Creek alums. This one's going to be grounded over to the first base side. Good pick from Ethan Miller. He's not going to have a play, though. That's going to be an infield base hit from Brady Locken. A very tough play. It kind of didn't look like he had the right angle on it. Was able to pick it up, and that saves a run. But that loads the bases now with 1 out, and that'll send up number 15, Bryson Shavakis.
That was a tough situation. It was a good play over there at first. Here's why. Even though he didn't get it out, he didn't let the ball get to the outfield. He kept it in front of him. Because he lets that ball get to the outfield, he lets another run score. So he did a good job over there keeping it in front of him.
Shavakis takes inside, almost hit him. That almost scored a run if that would have hit him for ball 1. if you can clear the bases somehow here if you're Mosinee, you're looking at a 6-0 lead here as that one is taken inside for strike or outside for ball one.
Now here's the thing for the Northland Pines, you got to think about here now. You cannot walk runs home. You got to figure out how to get the ball in the strike zone. I'd much rather, I know walking a run home is less than a hit, but I'd much rather try to get the ball in play.
2-0 pitch. This one's going to be lined to the shortstop. Has a play at second to Wethington. Over to first. Not in time, so a run will still score. Bars scores and will make it 4-0. They get an out of second base. Lock-in is out. So Jonah Will flipped it over to Alex Wethington for 1 out there. Good speed that time to get over to first by Shavakis that time, though.
Yeah, he almost got the double play there. If he would have got a second faster and maybe not get hit in the leg, he probably would have turned 2 there and it would have been the end of the inning. But you know what?
You can take that. Runners on the corners now, Yurkovsky and Shavakis at first. Now Treve Stoffel coming up to the plate now.
If I'm the head coach of Mosinee, I'm sending my runner on first base to second right now. Stolen base. I know there's 2 outs, but to have two on in scoring position and the situation is always perfect. First and third, you always want to steal second base because the chances of them trying to throw down and get you out are less likely.
One pitch, big swing and a miss from Stoffel.
Good block, good stop back there.
Wait, what was the seeding for both teams again of the playoffs?
Mosinee's a 3 seed and Northland Pines is an 8 seed. So they both will have home games on Thursday for the regional round.
1-2 pitch is grounded over to the third base side and right through the arms of Hope.
It's a tough one. It came fast at him.
Going to come through for a base hit and another run will score for another run will score for Mosinee. Yurkovsky scores. Shavakis over to second base via an RBI single from Treve Stoffel. That's 5-0. 4 runs played in this inning. I think it's safe to say that Mosinee has officially broke this game open.
Yeah, they just had 2 hits at the beginning of the inning. Now they're up to 6.
2 out damage for Mosinee. They're calling it a single on game changer.
And when Northland Pines comes up, they're searching for their first hit still.
That one's taken outside as I think we already got a pinch hitter here. Mason Wood coming up to the plate. Taking over for Sebastian Anderson. One's taken inside for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Kind of got to figure here if you're Northland Pines, you got to really just try to get out this inning as you can. You got 2 outs here. Mosinee doing a really good job with the 2-out damage. That hits him in the shoulder as now Wood reaches on. And that'll send up Parker Filipiak with the bases loaded with 2 outs. Now Matt Peck, they have a chance to do some damage here with 2 outs even more.
And we're going to have a timeout, obviously a mound visit, because I knew a mound visit would come after that because of that situation with a hit by pitch. And now there's bases loaded.
Head coach Peter Arts, I think he's going to maybe pull him from the game or just give him a little confidence booster right now.
I think he would have probably took the ball by now, so I'm thinking he's probably
just a little bit of a confidence booster. What do you think he's telling him in that meeting right now?
Well, he's telling him, hey, man.
Your head coach. So.
Well, we're saying we got 1 more out here. Everybody in the infield, be ready. Be ready. We're going to know what to go with the ball. You just got to make sure you throw strikes here because you got bases loaded once again. You don't want to walk home the run. Let the my mentality is obviously, getting a hit's terrible, especially putting a gap. But if you don't let him put it in play, then you're just going to walk the run home. So let him put it in play. Maybe your fielder has a chance to make a play out there. Like hit the center field, jam him to center field, you're out of the inning. Now if he hits in the gap, he hits in the gap. I mean, it's better than walking 2 runs home, in my opinion.
So Filipiak comes up 0 for 1 here, and he's going to swing, and it just goes foul. Ooh. Up to 29 pitches Davis Spire is up to now. Good analysis from the Rockies head coach Matt Peck.
At Wilson Park Rockies. I don't want to be associated with I don't want to be associated with that, with the 8-45 team right now. I don't want.
It feels nice probably to be 2-0, right? I mean,
we haven't played baseball in a while, so I don't know what it's going to look like after being 2-0.
1-1 pitch is taken outside. If anyone's curious, I act as the statistician and assistant coach for your team. I think it's just my presence, right?
Well,
my aura.
Yeah, it is you, because you know what happens? You know what Elijah does? Every time a kid strikes out, he comes up to him and says, "What the heck's the matter with you?" I'm kidding.
That's right. Count goes to 3-1 now on Parker Filipiak. Northland Pines in trouble walking another run in, and
it's not what
does just that. So an RBI walk for Mosinee. Parker Filipiak, good discipline at the plate, and now it's 6-0. That will score.
Here we go.
Chavakis, and now head coach Peter Arts will come out to the mound and take Davis Spire up. I got it. So not a good day for Davis Spire. 34 pitches, has walked a couple people and gave up a few hits. I mean, what do you think the message is in the dugout to like him? Just keep your head up for the playoffs coming up.
You got to pitch again in the playoffs. Just keep your head up. Hey, like I said, today's one of those games. It's conference game, yes, but I'm trying to see who this new pitcher is. I cannot tell from here. Let's try to.
Hold on. Looks to me like number 8. Brady Haft taking over for the Northland Pines. I'm going to read some sponsors here while we're in the pitching change here. Tonight's game is sponsored by Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this summer. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701 for your next appointment at Stevens Point Orthopedics. So Brody Haft coming out on the mound to pitch for Northland Pines here. Not a good day in the office pitching for Davis Spire, who started the day off at first. I think to start off the day as well, I think if Northland Pines, if this game meant a lot more, they would have kept the starting pitcher, Matt Malinowski, out on the mound. But just try to save that energy if they need it for that full game next week, as they are an 8th seed in the playoffs and regionals. Next Thursday, right?
Yep. So regionals for Division 2. I think Division 2 through 4 start on Thursday, and then you got the 1 seed the following Tuesday.
First pitch taken inside for strike 1 on Andrew Lingle. First at bat for Andrew Lingle. It's officially hit 305 now, so that means the Brewers are having the first pitch in Pittsburgh for at PNC Park.
I thought you were about to say he's hit 305 batting average, therefore he's good enough to hit for the Brewers.
So Lingo falls behind 0-2. This one's going to be lined fouled right to section 109 where you sat Wednesday afternoon, Matt Peck.
There was a foul ball right over our heads. It was popped up. Well, let's say it actually hit the second floor and then it came back down. A lot of that happens here too. You're probably saying it happens at every stadium. Yeah, it does, but it just seems like it happens a lot here too.
This one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop. Oh no, right off the pitcher. Good play by Jonah Willett to field it over to first base to Ethan Miller to get out the inning. A 5-3 ground out to end the inning, but Mosinee plates 5 runs and 6 hits on the day. Still no hits for Northland Pines. They hope to get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th inning to match the energy. More high school baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Culligan Water
Say, you
delivers.
want something? Back here. Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vinksel alongside Matthew Peck with you here. We got Bernie Chalet in the background here with the "Get up, get up, get out of here, gone," and the famous words of Bob Euchre. Bernie Brewer, the Brewers mascot, would usually sit in there if people don't know or aren't familiar. Obviously, people that are watching should know the Brewers, but if the Brewers hit a home run, that's the fun slide that Bernie gets to slide down every time the Brewers hit a home run or if the Brewers win a game. I would love to go down those one day.
Yeah, me too. It'd be an absolute
fun
jam.
slide, it looks like. Remember one year going back to see I think there was a LA Dodgers reporter. I saw something go viral. He went down the slide, and I think he broke his arm.
That might have been acted.
I mean, yeah, it might have. He had a sling on going to the game that night, but I mean, who knows what really happened? But
you don't come off
it
the
looked like
slide
he
that
looked.
fast.
I mean, they showed the live video of it. It looked like he hit his arm pretty hard. So I think it could be real.
Oh, then I got some serious questions there about how you let that happen because that can totally be avoided.
All right. Tonight's game is sponsored by Mutual Wausau, insurance protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualwausau.com to find an agent near you. So, Isaac Sherrick still on the mound here for another inning. Only pitched 9 innings in the bottom of that third inning. Jonathan Miller will lead off things for Northland Pines. Northland Pines has yet to get their first base hit of the game. It's a lefty-lefty matchup here with Miller and Sherrick as Miller grounds this one over to second base. Bars will field it over to Locken for out number 1 on the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th inning.
It's unfortunate for Northland Pines. You just haven't been able to get a hit across yet. You know, they're currently sitting at 0 on the stat total, but, you know, they still got about, including this inning, 4 more innings. So, I mean,
Nolan Hueskamp coming up to bat here. First pitch taken inside for strike 1. A 1 pitch is taken high and upstairs for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Hueskamp. One pitch is spiked in the dirt for ball 2. That one's taken inside for strike 2. 2-2 the count now on Hueskamp. Hueskamp, a sophomore. This one is popped up high in the air, playable. Center fielder Yurkovsky calling for it, and out number 2 gone by in the second inning. 2 quick outs via a ground out to second base and a high pop out to center field. So quickly 2 outs gone by here, and Sherrick really just making the hitters today. Matt Peck hit ground balls and fly balls here, and to make this thing go quickly to keep Northland Pines in a shutout here with, more importantly, no hits. And I might have just jinxed it. Best hit that time. Good old announcer jinx here. The first hit of the game belongs to the pitcher. That time, Brody Haft gets the first hit of the game for Northland Pines. That's a good old announcer jinx, huh?
I guess so.
First hit of the night for Northland Pines via Haft. Was taken inside for strike 1 on Aiden Minks. So Northland Pines really starting to empty out the bench here. On 1 pitch, this one's going to be grounded. Oh, tripped a little bit on the mound was the pitcher, but good recovery from Sherrick on the mound to have the famous 1-3 ground out to end the inning. So Northland Pines gets their first hit of the game in the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th inning. 6-0 Mosinee leads. More baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, we head to the top of the 5th inning here. Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck here. The Mosinee Indians lead 6-0 on Northland Pine Eagles. Tonight's game is sponsored by John's Auto Repair. For all your auto repair needs, Mosinee and Rothschild turns to John's Auto Repair just off Business 51, north of Mosinee. Auto repair you can trust to have it done right and get you on your way. John's Auto Repair. Seifert Electric Services, the Mosinee and Wausau areas with the best in residential, commercial, and industrial electrical services. From simple jobs to new construction and thermal imaging projects to identify electrical problems. For all your electrical needs, look for Seifert Electric. We head to the top of the 5th inning here. 5 runs last inning scored from Mosinee. As I think we might even have still Haft on the mound for Mosinee. I mean, not Mosinee, pardon me. Northland Pines. But leading off for Mosinee to start the top of the 5th inning is Isaac Sherrick. Sherrick 0 for 1 in the day with a walk. 6 hits on the 6 runs that Mosinee scored. A couple of errors as well for Northland Pines. The first pitch taken inside for strike 1 on Sherrick. Big swing and a miss, foul tip that time for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch is taken outside for ball 1.
Yeah, it's with 2 strikes. You always got to use one of those waster pitches. Don't ever go right down the middle. Just try to see if you can fool them. It's not way too high. Like I noticed, you got a guy like Freddie Peralta last night. A couple times the pitches were just a little bit high. It's like some of those guys aren't going to bite it. Some of them depends.
This one's ground over to Hilskamp, fielding it over to the first baseman Ethan Miller for out number 1. So 1 out gone by, and now number 16 Tyler Bars coming up here, the 9-hole hitter for Mosinee. First pitch is grounded over to the outfield for a base hit, line drive base hit for Tyler Bars. Went right through the glove of Hilskamp. And that's the 7th hit of the night for Mosinee. A 1 out damage gone by. As that will send up the top of the order once again, Elliot Yurkovsky. Yurkovsky 1 for 2 on the day with a walk, as trying to pick off his man at first base. Brody Haft back on the mound here for his 2nd inning of work. Got the important out in the top of the 4th to avoid even more damage, to avoid that run rule territory type damage. First pitch taken outside for ball 1. Tries to throw for a pickoff again. The ball gets away.
That's one of those situations there. If he catches it and slaps the tag down, he might get him.
You see the ball get away a lot, especially in the Pony League, right? When you try to pick it off. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Thankfully, we won the game, but this one's popped up in the air. It's right to the front. Oh, no, just outside you see a fan in the front row just having his arms out. Where did that ball go? It was almost playable for Griffin Byer. One to Yurkovsky, taken high and upstairs for ball 2. we can officially check off doing a WIAA baseball broadcast in the press box here at American Family Field. Now, we just a couple of months ago had the Zalewski Sports crew down here to do the Pfizer Forum Prep Showcase with all those teams all day long.
Yeah, that was fun too. That was quite an experience.
Home of the Milwaukee Bucks. A couple miles away downtown. Count goes full now on Elliot Yurkovsky. Yurkovsky, a hard liner to right field and caught. Good play by Aiden Minks as he misses the throw. He caught it though, right?
Yeah.
He caught it at second base, but a hard throw that misses over the first baseman, Ethan Miller. Luckily, the catcher, Griffin Byer, was there to really just have a play on it that time. Brady Locken will come up to the plate once again. 2 outs gone by in the top of the 5th inning. Tyler Bars at first via that hard grounder for a single.
That was a good play over there, and he did the right thing there. He noticed the runner was off too much, and the throw was just a little bit wide. Otherwise, I think they might have got him out, because even the umpire was getting ready to signal out, and then he saw the ball get away.
He had a pretty big lead too.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch. It's taken outstairs for ball 2 on Locken. Locken 2 for 3 on the day, 2 base hits. I think we have yet to see an extra base hit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This one's going to be grounded just foul to that third base side. Good play, though, from Alex Wethington, who's started the game at second base, moved over to third. 2-1 the count now on Brady Locken. Locken pops this one up in the air, sky high. Locken's going to call for it himself, or not Locken, pardon me. Haft calls for it, and that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, still 6-0. Mosinee leaves 1 runner on as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on Zalewski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Back here on Zalewski Sports. Here we go. American Family Field. Mosinee 6-0 lead over Northland Pines. Here we go. Here's one for you. Here's all the recent Brewers playoff success. 2018 NL Central Champions is when it started. 2019 we lost the wild card game, one of those games that you don't want to remember. 2020 was that COVID season. You made the wild card. 2021 you won the division. 2023 and 2024. Huge credits, success for building this organization. David Stearns, Matt Arnold doing a pretty good job building this organization up. Getting us the right talent and getting us in playoff ways. One of these days, hopefully we can hold a World Series ring up there.
And that's the ultimate goal for us Brewers fans as Ethan Miller digs into the box here to start the bottom of the 5th inning, taken outside for ball 1. Isaac Sherrick still on the mound for Mosinee. Took over for the starting pitcher early on in the game, Zach Nahuda. Taken downstairs. Really good day for Zach Nahuda, who had a pair of strikeouts with the infamous immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts via 9 pitches. No balls thrown in that first inning. This one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop, Stoffel. Fielding it over to first. A tough play, but Locken, strong legs. You always got to have strong legs if you're your first baseman. Just reaching out for it that time for out number 1.
That's a really good play over there. Able to keep that foot on the base, that's really key that you can do that, because if you can do that, you can probably field any throw. But if you absolutely cannot keep the foot on the base, you just got to leave the base and catch the ball. It's better than having the ball get away and have a runner take. So good job over there by the first baseman.
So now that'll send up Jonah Will, the shortstop, up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Northland Pines only has 1 hit on the night via the pitcher, Brody Haft. Big swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. 1-1 now on Jonah Will. 1 out gone by in the bottom of the 5th inning. Will takes inside on that right corner for strike number 2. One-two pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 3 from Jonah Will. 2 outs gone by in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like we got some action going up in that Mosinee bullpen in right field. Both teams using the same bullpen, the visitors' bullpen in right field, sponsored by Culver's. Out there in right field. Now they'll send up Griffin Byer, the catcher, with 2 outs gone by, taken outside for ball 1. Sherrick up to 26 pitches after that last pitch. That one also taken outside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. This one is lined and popped up in the air on the first base side, and good play by Brady Locken that time, and he gives a little pat on the head to one of the fielders for Northland Pines, and that's a way to end the inning for Brady Locken at first base, just reaching out to grab for it. As we will head to the top of the 6th inning, still 6-0 Mosinee on Northland Pines as we head to the 6th inning. Time to head to a green break here on Zaleski Sports.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank, real people.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vongsalata alongside Matt Peck with you here. We're showing 2 infamous players, Robin Yount and what's his first? I know what's Paul Molitor, right? Mm-hmm. Paul Molitor here, infamously part of that 1982 run outside at County Stadium. Big run. Matt Peck, you got anything on their big run here? The last time the Brewers touched the World Series.
Yeah, you know, Paul Molitor, recently the manager of the Minnesota Twins up until a couple years ago. But, you know, it's one of those stories that you remember with the Brewers franchise. Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, all those kind of situations, all those kind of players, too, back in those days that a lot of people talk about. Let's scoot this over to the right a little bit. We have another honoree.
Bob Uecker,
yep.
Mr. Baseball, 50 years in broadcasting. He's the guy that, I mean, not only got me and you, I mean, he was one of the guys that inspired us to get into broadcasting in a way. It's kind of surreal to think that he was just 2 doors next door when he got to work here for his long tenure as the Brewers radio announcer on TMJ Radio Network. So now we will head to the top of the 6th inning. Still a 6-0 lead, Mosinee on Northland Pines. Tonight's game sponsored by Dahl Automotive. For your next new vehicle purchase, check out Dahl Honda and Dahl Chrysler in Stevens Point. With these 2 dealerships, you're sure to find just the vehicle you're looking for. Browse their selection online or just stop in person and see for yourself at Dahl Honda, just off Stanley Street, and at Dahl Chrysler on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. First pitch taken outside for ball 1. Got a few more innings left of baseball for you from American Family Field, formerly known as Miller Park. Big swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch from still Haft on the mound. That one's taken inside for strike 2 on Chihar. Chihar with a big swing and a miss at strike 3. 1 out gone by here. Good pitch to give for Haft. Treve Stoffel coming back up to the plate now. Back to the 4th batter in the order. Let's begin top of the 6th inning. I gotta ask this, Matt Peck. As this one's popped up in the air, foul. Up to the 2nd deck. You know, we're in the 6th inning now, right?
Yep.
So we head to the middle of the 6th inning. Racing sausages? That's that's around the time where they usually do that for the Milwaukee Brewers games. Yeah, I mean, you never know, but I don't expect it.
No, I expect it. They're going to be coming out.
And then in the middle of the 7th inning, we got a stretch.
Yeah.
Take me out to the ball game and roll out the barrel. 1-1 the count, and taken inside for strike 2 on Treve Stoffel. Ty Cook, the manager for Mosinee, doing a really great job with that program over there. Successful season so far, regular season up to 11-6 on the season. This one popped up in the seats again early on this week. They played Edgar on Monday, beat him in a thriller. That was on Zaleski Sports. Mike Wendland had the call for that one. 8-7 victory earlier this week. And on Thursday, they beat Lakeland 14-1. And tonight, up 6-0 on Northland Pines from American Family Field. That one's taken down low for ball 2. And speaking of the Brewers again, I have to bring it up since it just came up on my phone with the game changer. The Brewers tied the Pirates 1-1 via an RBI single from Caleb Durbin.
They were down?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And you know who scored for the Brewers? Yelich. He's doing a lot better as of late right now.
I'd hope so.
That one's taken outside for ball 3. Oh, no. They call the strike 3 right on the corner.
Hit the corner.
For out number 2. It's one of those. 6-0 the score now as Mason Wood comes up to the plate for his second at-bat of the day. Stick around for as Peter Arts comes out to the mound. Probably just a little bit of a mound visit here. While we're at that, we'll read another sponsor here. He's going to pitching change, right? Taking the ball away. All Roads Real Estate in Mosinee brings you a great blend of experience and knowledge with local realtors who support this community, schools, and programs for buying, selling, renting, or let me start that over again. All Roads Real Estate in Mosinee brings you a great blend of experience and knowledge with local realtors who support this community, schools, and programs. For buying, selling, renting, or commercial, let All Roads Real Estate lead you at home. Another sponsor of the night, Charlie's Hardware. From home projects, home repairs, to sporting goods, rental services, and automotive. No matter your need, turn to Charlie's Hardware of Mosinee to get the job done. Leave it to Charlie's Hardware because you got work to do. I'm going to read one more sponsor here. Newton Electric. From residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture, Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call or find them at newtonelec.com. So now on the mound for Northland Pines is number 16, Owen Grossel, taking over through the final stretch of the top of the 6th inning. Not a lot of offense going by for Northland Pines, but the offense definitely woke up in that fourth inning to break the game open for Mosinee in that fourth.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, obviously new pitcher on the mound. They're trying to save some. I don't blame it at all for trying to save arms for the playoffs because, you know, like I said, maybe conference implications, but all these teams have their playoff seeding set. There's not really anywhere they can move up, move down in the playoff term. So
Northland Pines an 8 seed. Mosinee a 3 seed in the regionals next week. Mason Wood comes up to the plate, walked his first time up, or either he got walked or hit by pitch. Oh, and now he gets hit by pitch this time right above his head. And the first pitch again, I think we've seen that more than once already today from a new pitcher in the game. Or are they going to call that a foul? I think it hit his bat, so they're going to call it a foul ball. Strike one on Mason Wood. One spikes in the dirt to the back screen for ball one. Past the catcher. Griffin Byer been there all day. One pitch is taken high and upstairs for ball two.
One boys regional game scheduled so far on Zaleski Sports this week. It'll be New Lisbon at Columbus Catholic.
The Dons.
That's Thursday at 4:30 p.m.
One taken outside for ball three. 3-1 the count now. Grosso falling a little bit behind on Wood. That one fouled to the back screen. Looked like it clipped his arm a little bit too. Playoffs coming your way. That means it's time to buckle up your seatbelts because we're in for a roller coaster ride through the whole playoff season here that goes all the way through the middle of June on the road to Appleton. A big swing and a miss from Mason Wood for out number 3. That'll take us to the middle of the 6th inning. More high school baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Power & Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Power & Find Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
In every department at Dull Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dull Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dull Auto, simple.
Oh, back here on Zaleski Sports as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. A new pitcher for Mosinee. It is Caden Kalajic on the mound for the Indians. Trying to pitch down the stretch here of the final 2 innings. Elijah Vunxalata alongside Matt Peck with you here. Glad to be with you guys from American Family Field. It was truly an honor from the Milwaukee crew on Zaleski Sports to get the opportunity to broadcast high school baseball here between Mosinee and Northland Pines. I want to remind you of some more sponsors here. TRW Auto Body in Mosinee offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle back the way it was quickly and efficiently while also offering 24-hour towing and courtesy loaner vehicles and a lifetime warranty of their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly mender. had me laughing a little bit right there.
Close.
Cracked me up. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Instead of the sausage race, we had jump around with the fanciers. The first pitch line to the first baseman. Busy day at first for Brady Locken, sorry. And a ground out on the first pitch as Jason Ling grounds out. Brody Haft comes up to the plate now with 1 out gone by. The pitcher. Ain't no love for Oklahoma, the walk-up song for Haft. 1 out gone by. This one taken just outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Our schedule in the Milwaukee area for next week remains tentative, but we are thinking of looking for that Thursday game for Oak Creek versus Kenosha-Tremper and what could be the SEC Conference Championship in baseball.
We'll fish around. There's probably many conference. We'll look around and see.
But we will look around too.
Who's got the best setup?
Well, we are definitely looking for a game on Thursday night. That one's taken outside, right? Or is that the plan?
Yeah.
3-1 the count. Or sometime this week. Haft takes inside for strike 2, just a little bit outside the corner, but a generous call from the ump. So the count goes full now on Brody Haft. That one taken down low for ball 4. No, he called us. No, yeah, ball 4. Looked like the ump signaled his strike signal right there, but giving him a ball call. Jonathan Miller coming up to the plate now with 1 out gone by in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game sponsored by Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
Another consideration for our schedule Thursday is Mukwonago hosts Oconomowoc, which could be the Classic 8 championship. They're kind of a 3-way there with Arrowhead too, so it's interesting. That one gets
past the backstop that time, and that's going to advance Alex Wethington to second base.
Greater Metro's already been clinched by Hamilton.
I think we have a couple scenarios up, but we will definitely get at least one game no matter what the scenario is for somebody on Thursday. Both of us with our busy schedules this week with Pony League Rockies.
Wednesday and Friday and maybe Saturday. Well, I take that back. If we lose Friday night, we might be able to go somewhere Saturday.
Yeah.
So
there's games Saturday, right?
Oh, there's tons. There's actually a lot of
makeups.
There's a lot of makeups, but there's a lot of games where a team up north is coming down. I think Hortonville's playing Menominee Falls, something like that.
Might have to.
Yeah.
When taking high and upstairs for ball 2, 2-1 the count on Jonathan Miller. We'll have the Merrill Steele post-game show coming after the 7th inning. Unfortunately, we will not be getting an interview at this end of this game, but we will do a quick recap after the Merrill Steele post-game ad.
A lot going on here. You got to get downstairs. We have to be escorted. So we're not going to really just play that too much. And plus, there's not really a good view that you can interview here.
Big swing and a miss from Jonathan Miller for out number 2. 2 outs gone by from Caden Kolajij. 11 pitches for Caden Kolajij. That one taken outside for ball 1 as Nolan Holzkamp comes up to the plate again. With 2 outs gone by in the bottom of the 6th inning. Went inside for ball 2. That one taken on the inside corner for strike 1, 2-1 the count on Holzkamp. I think this is also a game, not just for us to remember, but the players to remember as well, just to get the experience to come down here. Both teams with a far drive, the 4-hour drive from Eagle River for Northland Pines as the runner goes to third base on the wild pitch. Wethington advances on the pass ball. Count goes to 3-1 now. 4 hours for Northland Pines. How much was it for Mosinee?
2.5, I think. Yeah, right around there.
I think we're one of the few people here that didn't have to travel far for this game. 3-1 the count. That one's taken outside for ball 4 on Holzkamp, as now they got runners on the corners. Number 22.
No, I don't. So, yeah, this is kind of the interesting part now. So if I'm Northland Pines, I'm sending the runner to second base on the first pitch. Get 2 runners in scoring position, get a base hit, you're only down by 2.
Oliver Weberg playing second base now. Batting now for Northland Pines. What's up?
No, I was singing this song.
All I Do Is Win, playing by DJ Khaled. The walk-up song. The runner is going to come home and score. And finally, Northland Pines gets on the board. Tamling gets in via a pass ball. And there's their first run of the game to get the donut off the board. And that actually advances Kiernan to second base as that one's taken outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So Cullagee kind of falling a little bit behind right now. A couple of pass balls and a couple of walks here. Mosinee only giving up 1 hit today. Big swing and a miss on a low pitch. Good breaking ball that time. That one's taken, frozen in on the inside corner for strike 2. 2-2 the count now. Big swing and a miss from Tyler Weberg. And that will take us to the top of the 7th inning. But Northland Pines gets on the board at American Family Field. It's a 6-1 ball game as we head to the final inning here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois Teastrake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion. And Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports as Gangnam Style plays in the background. Matt Peck vibing around to Gangnam Style as it's 6-1. Mosinee leads on Northland Pines in the top of the 7th inning. Elijah Vunxalata alongside Matt Peck with you here. Parker Filipiak coming up to the bat here. A couple of walks and 0 for 1 on the day is Filipiak. As we head to the final frame in the top of the 7th inning, vibes are high here from American Family Field. Prep baseball here on Zaleski Sports. As we have a new pitcher here for Northland Pines. Let's see who that is. Jonah Will, the shortstop, taking over on the mound for Haft. First pitch taken outside for ball 1. And leading off for Mosinee is Easton Brooks, the freshman, getting some action. Trying to seize the moment here from American Family Field. Pops this one high, sky high in the air to right field. And it'll be playable called by the right field, Aiden Minks, for out number 1. Andrew Lingle coming up now to bat second in the top of the 7th inning. 7 hits for Mosinee on the night. One ball low in the dirt. I believe this is the last game of the day, right? From here?
I don't see anybody else, although they're all in the concourse that they're here. So.
Yep. This one line fouled right to the first base back screen. I don't think it was until a couple years ago they extended the screens, right? Because it used to be just third base, right?
Well, no, it used to
not
be
even, right?
No, it used to not even the dugout. I sat behind the dugout one time. There was no screen there even many years ago.
It was just behind the plate.
Yeah.
Remember coming here as a kid and like there was a good chance we would sit close front row in like section 109 and something like that, and there's a good chance you could easily get a foul ball. Always got to be on the watch out. 2-2 count on Lingle. Lingle just looked like he was going to regret swinging at that time, kind of checked it off and ended up going. Fouls it off.
Back then, bringing your glove was a must every time you came. Now it's just like, well, if you sit in 109, it's like it's got to get over the net in order for you to even have a chance of catching it. Or bounce from the second level down.
Full count now, yeah. I mean, me and you, we were at the Orioles game on Monday. Wood came really close to us.
Yeah. Oh, there were a couple. Remember, they're like 5 in a row.
Always got to be ready, yep. I think it was before. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on Lingle. 2 outs gone by here. But was that after Mears gave up that? It was that home run, right? Yeah.
Probably.
Brewers still won the game. That was the most important part of it.
That's right.
So 2 outs gone by in the top of the 7th inning. Jonah Will doing a pretty good job so far on the mound in his 1 inning of relief. Setting up Caden Kalajij on the mound. Kalajij lines this one to deep center field and diving, and he misses the play. Goes behind the center fielder, Jonathan Miller, and it's going to be our first extra base hit of the game for the pitcher, Caden Kalajij. How about that, Mepe? That's our first extra base hit of the game in the top of the 7th inning. A lot of the runs today have been scored via walks and even pass balls. So a 2-out extra base hit for Kalajij. His first at-bat of the day is a screaming double. And Jonathan Miller looked like he tried to make a play on it, diving, and it just nearly what got in his glove. Almost didn't get in. Almost went in. First pitch taken outside to Bars. Bars has a couple hits on the day. This one's popped up foul right below us. No foul balls up here today, huh?
No.
Watch, I'm going to jinx that now. That's going to be on me if it happens. We come close a lot at the Dockhound Stadium in Oconomowoc at times. This one's going to be ground over to the shortstop. Fielding it over to first on the hop, over his glove. That will send the runner Kalajij over home to score. And it's 7-1 Mosinee now. That'll advance Tyler Bars to second base. I think they're going to call it an error. Hard contact today. 2 hits for Tyler Bars. As now that'll send up Parker Schmiel. Parker Schmiel pinch ran a few times today for the pitcher and catcher. He gets his opportunity for his ultimate at-bat here at American Family Field. Schmiel grounds this one over to third base. Fielding it over to first base is Wethington. And getting out of a 1-run jam. One more extra insurance run might be enough for Mosinee. 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch here from American Family Field.
For more than 30 years, Seifert Electric has been providing electrical and thermal imaging for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. This family-owned and operated company knows the importance of communication between the electrician and their customers, with a focus towards efficient and quality service. From simple electrical needs, like light fixtures and circuit adjustments, to wiring new construction building sites, you can put your trust in Seifert Electric. Serving all of central and northern Wisconsin, look to Seifert Electric for all your electrical and thermal imaging needs.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
We're back here for the final frame in the bottom of the 7th inning from American Family Field. Mosinee leads Northland Pines 7-1. Elijah Vunxalata alongside Matt Peck with you here. Glad to bring you guys prep baseball from the Brewers Stadium here via the Milwaukee crew on Zaleski Sports. Tonight's game is sponsored by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. So we're into the final frame here. Kolajij, Aiden Minks at bat right now. Yep. On my game changer, it says Minks. Oh, it might not be Minks, actually. It's a game changer, a little off with it that time. That one's grounded over to the second baseman. Bars over to Locken for out number 1. Trying to figure out what number that was. It was pretty hard to see from up here. So 1 out gone by. That sends up number 16, Owen Grasso. 24 pitches for Kolajij. Taking inside for strike 1. Coming up, we will overview the game. No post-game interview today, but we will do a quick Merrill Steel post-game show after this. Big swing and a miss. Recap the game. Share how fun we had from American Family Field today. Always great to be a part of the crew here as this one's lined and caught to right field. What a play by Mason Wood on the liner for out number 2. And now Northland Pines down to their last out here, and they will see who they send up. They send up number 5, Jonah Will. Sun peeking out just at the right time as we wrap up the game here. Clouds starting to pop in. Big swing and a miss for strike 1 on Jonah Will. This one popped up in the air, playable in center field. Who's going to call for it? The center fielder will call for it. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. 7-1, Mosinee defeats Northland Pines. Schmiel makes the play in center, and that will take us to the end of the game. We will be back after this on Zaleski Sports. No post-game interview. Like I said, again, we will be doing our Merrill Steel post-game show coming up after this to recap the game.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams.
We're back.
Back here on Zaleski Sports for our Merrill Steel postgame show. Merrill Steel are consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply it at merrillsteel.com. So we're doing a little bit of a recap here for our game here. 7-1 final. Mosinee defeats Northland Pines. A little bit of the pitching highlights here for Mosinee. Most of their runs came in that 5th inning. A couple of wild pitches and a couple of hits, broken through 8 hits on the day for Mosinee. 5 runs in that 4th, 1 in that 3rd, and 1 insurance run in that 7th inning to round their 7 runs. 2 hits for Brady Locken, 2 for Kalajic, 2 for Tyler Bars, and 1 for Yurkovsky, 1 for Zebro, and 1 for Stoffel. On the mound today for Mosinee was to open up the day was Nahuda, 2 innings pitched, no hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Isaac Sherrick pitched in relief here. I'm going to go back, actually, pause and rewind right here. Nahuda infamously had that, what do they call it, immaculate inning, 9 pitches on 3 strikeouts to open up the game, set the tone. I think they wanted to save him for the playoffs. So 5 of his 6 outs came via the K and walked 1. Isaac Sherrick started the relief for 3 innings, 1 hit given up. The 1 lone hit he was given up from him, 2 strikeouts on the day and 3 innings of relief, no runs given up. And Caden Kalajic finished the game out with 2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and that rallies out the total for the victorious Mosinee Indians with 8 hits. They will play next week, 3 seed, right? 3 seed, and on regionals next Thursday night. And as they finish the regular season off 12-6. As now we look to Northland Pine Eagles. They finished the game with 1 hit and 1 run. On the mound for Northland Pines to open up the game was Matt Malinowski, who pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Coming in relief. Not a great day in the office, but Davis Byer, who started the day in first, came in to pitch, gave up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, responsible for all of those in the 5th inning, the losing pitcher of the day. 2 walks for him, and Haft came into the game for 2 innings, 1 hit given up, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Grasso came in for a 3rd, threw 1 strikeout, and Jonah Will came in, who started the day at shortstop, pitched an inning, gave up a hit. 1 run came in, 1 strikeout, and that rounds out the day for Northland Pines. Their 1 hit came from Brody Haft, and that is pretty much the game here. So Northland Pines finishes their regular season off 11-11, a 500 record, and they will play next Thursday as well in regionals. The number 8 seed is rewarded to them. But that'll do it for us here from American Family Field. Elijah Vincelada alongside Matt Peck here signing off here. It's been a pleasure to cover baseball from American Family Field.